Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Down goes Miliki. Down goes Miliki. What do you guys think? Is this fight over, or is it just getting warmed up? Not a whole lot going in the news today, but what is going is pretty hot. So much so that we're hearing from the big dog himself, Sistani. This is the holy man of the holy man of the holy man over there in Iraq. He is the leader of all the Shiite people over there, and that includes Miliki. Before we get started, though, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Right now is the time to buy the shine. That's right. Buy your gold and silver from our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Oh, good lordy, man, those audio leaks are coming back to bite Miliki right in the butt. There hasn't been an audio leak this bad since Watergate. So what is going on? What are the repercussions? What is being done? So because of the audio leaks, a leader in the calls for the dismissal of Miliki from the party. So not only is this guy possibly not going to become the prime minister, but they might oust him from the party altogether. Ouch. Says the leader of the Islamic Dawa Party, Alak, called on Thursday for the dismissal of the party Secretary General Miliki, an abolition of this position against the backdrop of audio leaks attributed to the latter, while stressing the need to adhere to the approach of the supreme religious authority, al-Sistani, while the Dawa party considered that Alak is not represent him. Alak said in a statement to the news after the spread of the recent leaks, which, regardless of their validity or incorrectness, have harmed the Shiite reality in particular and Iraq in general, a great harm that requires all of us to advocate who care about the matter of the call and its fate, and calls from those who currently face the responsibilities of the call in particular, those who have assumed the responsibilities and have to fulfill its validity before God and the righteous martyrs, the current preachers, and the Iraqi people, to empty their debts of the responsibility entrusted to them and preserve for the call its prestige and its bright history, and prevent it from falling into the quagmire of politics far from the consistency and adoptions of Islamic politics, far from the constants and adoptions of Islam, or to be the bridge to the personal dreams this or that preacher. Man, you know what? Whenever they do the translations into English and you start reading them as they write them, good lordy, man, I'm wondering if that's the way it sounds in their language, the way that the translation comes out. Because sometimes it sounds really exaggerating, the other times it sounds real romantic, and the other times it sounds like a hot mess. He said there are two paths before us, either completely rejecting and denying these leaks and acquiescing in their authenticity and their occurrence in reality. Alak indicated on the first path, which is to reject and completely deny the leaks. What is required is to form a high-level committee that will respect and accept by others. He explained that the committee works is to, here's my thing about that. So what Alak is saying is if they decide that they're going to deny everything and just act like it's not real and that it's fake, they have to form a committee. And the committee has to be accepted by everybody. They can't even form a government. How the hell are they going to form a committee? This is interesting. He explained that the committee's work is to provide the invalidity of these leaks in a scientific, technical way, using the highest expertise in this field to convince others of their invalidity and open the door for a constructive dialogue to confront conspiracy targeting the Shiite reality in particular and Iraq in general. I already expressed my opinion on this. If this goes to the Supreme Court, are they really going to do anything to Miliki? Considering that the big dog on the Supreme Court is a friend of Maliki's. He stressed maintaining national unity and the unity of the Shiite House, putting forward a major strategic project for building Iraq, deepening the trust amongst the Iraq people, laying the foundation and constitutes for relations between the entities and the components. Setting controls accountable to the negligent and those working to confuse the arena and spread chaos in it, and consider the interests of Iraq, the people, and religion above all special considerations. The committee is working to bridge the rift by seeking to find rapprochement and reconciliation between the opposing parties, keeping the invitation away from personal mistakes and reassuring others that the invitation transcends targeting others and is above harming any of them all, considering what it is that Miliki said. He was talking about killing Sauter and harming the town that he was in, I believe is what they were saying. If the committee is not able to prove the invalidity of these leaks and the matter turned to the second way, which is to submit it to validity and realism of the leaks, in this case, an urgent corrective pause must be taken to establish the call that all preachers and those who oppose them in particular first all issue by issuing a statement rejecting these statements and declaring that no adopting the call for it and that it does not represent its policy at all, and that it is the responsibility of the people who authorized it only and who bear its judicial responsibility. Say that 10 times really quick while you're drunk. So, like I was saying, the second matter is the holding of an urgent extraordinary conference for the call, in which the amendment of the internal system is proposed. The clause of the Secretary General of the party is canceled, and the responsibility is transferred to the collective leadership only, and the participation of all preachers and electing a new leadership and a new shura for the party, and the presentation of the call's vision of the sober relationship with the blessed supreme reference, represented by the supreme reference. So we're talking about Sistani here. So when people in your own party are talking, it's time to give you the boot and ask you to leave the party. This is really bad for Miliki. I did a video, someone requested, can I make a case for the reinstatement of the 322 rate? I was saying if Miliki gets in office and becomes prime minister, there's a possibility, a small one, but it's a possibility. But now, I mean, it doesn't even look like this guy's going to be around. Keep in mind that if the recording is legit, he could be looking at life in prison just for the threats alone. So it's the Iraqi Prime Minister's stock exchange. Miliki presented 3 candidates and Amari 4. And the committee is studying. Well, whoever is being recommended by Miliki, you could kiss them goodbye. Anything and everything that this guy has done, if indeed they kick him out of the party, you could just dismiss. If Miliki is truly kicked out, I wonder where that puts Sauter in all this. I'm curious to see what happens. But like I said in the video, and making a case to reinstate the 322 rate, if indeed Miliki somehow becomes prime minister, or if he doesn't, he has recommended 3 candidates. If one of his candidates becomes prime minister, then they can agree on who the next governor of the Central Bank of Iraq is and do it that way just as good as if Miliki was the prime minister himself. So for now, anyways, it appears this doesn't look good for Miliki. So far, what it looks like is not only will Miliki not be the prime minister, but he might lose his position altogether within the Dawa party. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. I'll catch you later. I'm out.